Do calories count from fiber? I'm going to answer that question in today's video, along with many other questions around fiber and why you should be making sure you're getting your fiber in. It's going to be a good one. Welcome back to another video, you guys. My name is Janine, and I am a nutrition and fitness coach. I am also a certified menopause coach. And on today's video, we're going to talk about fiber. And you might be surprised at all of the benefits of fiber and how incorporating fiber into your diet can not only help you with digestion, can help you lose weight, stimulate the natural GLP-1 hormone, and improve your digestion. So I want to make sure right at the top of this video to actually answer the question. This is not a clickbait video. I'm going to answer it right away. Should calories count from fiber? You will understand more by the end of this video, but for now, the answer is don't worry about it. Please do not worry about trying to compute the back of your nutrition label to see if the company has removed the fiber from the calories, because that is just a wasted time on your part. Just simply log what's on the nutrition label and you'll be fine. Trust me. If you are struggling with weight loss or gaining weight or what have you, it is not because you are not trying to figure out if the nutrition label is exactly correct. Because yes, companies do very often remove the calories from the fiber count from the nutrition, in the nutrition label, from the calories. Because technically, calories are a unit of energy. And one fiber in particular, insoluble fiber, does not actually require any energy in order to digest. And because of that, it is not the typical 4 calories per gram like other carbohydrates. Because while fiber is technically a carbohydrate, it is not 4 calories per gram like your traditional carb. So that is why it is often difficult, for the type A people out there who are trying to figure out if the nutrition label is exactly accurate. That is why the math doesn't math sometimes, because companies will take those calories out, or they will not count the calories that came. They will not count the fiber in the calorie count. And that is correct. They shouldn't, because it doesn't impact calories. Now, soluble fiber, which is a different type of fiber, does impact calories, but very little bit. Only 1 to 2 calories per gram. Again, very minimal, not something you should worry about. The moral of the story here is do not worry about it. Do not fixate on those kind of details. They are not going to impact you. What you do need to fixate on is get your fiber in. Get your fiber in for so many reasons, and we're gonna go over that in today's video. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about insoluble fiber, soluble fiber, the differences between the two, and why women in menopause especially need to make sure they are getting it in. First up, let's talk about soluble fiber. So soluble fiber is going to dissolve in water. It is going to create like a gel-like substance. This is the type of fiber that will actually slow down digestion, slow down gastric emptying, and feed your healthy bacteria in your gut. So we need to feed that. It's basically like a prebiotic. If you've heard of a prebiotic, if you eat enough fiber, you actually don't need to take a separate prebiotic, because the food that you eat will take care of it. So it basically will form a gel-like substance. So we're gonna show that here. This is psyllium husk. This is a supplement that you can use. You can take it now, because it forms that gel-like substance. You need to take it quickly because it'll be hard to drink. It'll thicken. And think about this. This is what it's going to be doing inside of your stomach. It's actually going to it's going to thicken, form like a gel-like substance, and that will slow down the digestive process. The reason that's beneficial is that will slow down the blood sugar from entering the bloodstream, and it'll minimize that blood sugar response. That is the key to controlling cravings, to controlling your appetite. It will also, by slowing down digestion, it is going to naturally stimulate the GLP-1 hormone. GLP-1 hormone is the hormone that tells your brain that you are not hungry anymore. So it is very important. I'm sure you've heard of it. It is actually what's very popular these days with popular weight loss medications, GLP-1s. Basically what that is those medications are in a not natural way stimulating the GLP-1. So this is a natural way to achieve that. And I'm gonna get close here to the camera because you guys need to see this. Do you see? Now it is like a thick pudding texture. That is what's happening in your stomach. Imagine eating a meal and this is what's gonna happen when it hits your stomach. Do you know what that's gonna do? It's gonna also increase satiety. You're not only going to get fuller quicker, you're gonna stay fuller longer. This is going to help significantly with weight loss or with weight management, or if you are trying to stay in a calorie deficit. So you've got that benefit. You've also got it's feeding your healthy gut bacteria. This is going to improve immunity, improve the integrity of your gut microbiome. This is going to improve digestion. This gel-like substance actually helps the stool, move smoothly through the digestive tract as well. So think of things like oats, beans, apples. Now, a lot of fruits actually have both forms of fiber. So like an apple, the meat of the apple has fiber, and then the skin has insoluble fiber, so you actually get both. You do want a good balance of both fibers. So there's not one or the other that's more beneficial. You just want both. And for women in menopause specifically, I like to tell my clients to target 25 to 35 grams of fiber. So this is the fiber that does get processed. So there's about 1 to 2 calories per gram associated with this type of fiber. In addition to like the fruits and beans and things like that, you can also incorporate a supplement like psyllium husk to make sure that you're getting that number. I also have a supplement here from One Up Nutrition that has both psyllium husk and inulin in it. So it has both insoluble and soluble fiber. So this is a great way to make sure that you're gonna hit your target. And then I've got another example here of fiber gummies. And this right here gives you 6 grams of fiber for 3 gummies. And this is gonna give you a combination of both fibers. So insoluble fiber does not dissolve in water. It is not gonna do this, okay? So a supplement like, actually let's do a little sample and show you what because this has both types, I'm gonna show you the difference. So many fiber supplements will actually have both insoluble and soluble. So insoluble is the one that doesn't get digested. It has no blood sugar impact at all. But what it does do is it adds bulk to your stool. Adding bulk to your stool is a good thing because it will stimulate the contractions necessary in your digestive tract to smoothly move waste from your body. So it is very important. You want your waste to make its way out and not, camp out in your digestive system. So this is an example of both soluble and insoluble fiber. We're gonna add that here. So I'm gonna let that sit. And what happens is the soluble fiber will stay at the top and it kind of stays cloudy, but the insoluble fiber just kind of like rests at the bottom. It's kind of hard to see with this supplement, but if something like a Metamucil, because this one is brown, but something like a Metamucil, you'll be able to see. So if you mix a tablespoon of like Metamucil and water, you'll see the water get cloudy at the top, and then there'll be like a sediment that settles at the bottom. So the sediment that settles at the bottom, that's actually the insoluble fiber. So that is the the fiber that's going to go right into your digestive system. It is going to help create bulk and contractions in your digestive system to move waste through the body. The soluble fiber, that's the cloudiness at the top of the glass, that is actually going to feed the good gut microbiome. It's going to feed the good gut bacteria. It is going to slow down gastric emptying. It is going to slow down digestion, and it will form a gel-like substance in your stomach, and that will also help stool as well, and it's going to help keep your blood sugar stable and help keep you full. So it's doing two pretty amazing things at the same time when you consume both. Now let's talk about why women in menopause actually need more fiber. Hormonal shifts during menopause can actually slow down your metabolism, which can lead to weight gain, high cholesterol, digestive issues, which can lead to bloating and gas and just overall not feeling well. And fiber helps with all of this. So again, you've got soluble that's going to help with heart health, lower your LDL cholesterol, improve blood sugar stabilization, which is going to keep you satisfied. It is going to prevent you from overeating. Whereas insoluble fiber is going to help speed up it's going to help improve digestion, decrease bloating, decrease gas and discomfort. Also, have you been told that you have insulin resistance? Soluble fiber specifically is going to help improve your insulin resistance because of the slowing down of the digestive process and preventing the blood sugar from quickly entering the bloodstream after you eat. It helps to stabilize blood sugar, reduce insulin spikes, and that is going to improve your insulin sensitivity over time. The best thing you can do is pair fiber with balanced meals. So if you got your balanced meal, what do I mean by balanced? I mean, it's got protein, healthy fats, carbs. If you add in fiber to that meal, not only is this meal going to be very satisfying, delicious, it is going to have a minimal impact on your blood sugar. It's going to control cravings, control crashes, improve energy levels, and increase satiety. Over time, this is going to lead to you actually consuming less. Even if you weren't going to track your calorie intake or macros, you'll naturally eat less if you eat balanced meals with adequate amount of fiber. Now, some things I want to cover, because in my experience, when I do videos like this or I have conversations like this with clients, they tend to overcorrect. Okay, so if I tell someone, hey, all these benefits of fiber, now I've got people eating 60 to 75 grams of fiber a day. Of course, there is too much of a good thing. You also have to test your body's tolerance. If you, like many people, have not been incorporating fiber and all of a sudden you just bump your fiber up to 35 grams or even more for that matter, then that's going to be a problem. Your body is not going to be expecting that. It's not going to be equipped to handle that. You're going to end up with bloating and maybe a combination of constipation and or diarrhea and kind of going back and forth. So make sure you gradually increase your fiber, test your tolerance, see how you feel, and go from there. And settle in somewhere around 25 to 35 grams of fiber a day. I personally have implemented fiber into all of my meals. And since I've done that, my issues with crashing after meals, cravings, and an insatiable appetite have significantly diminished. I've noticed a significant difference. So it makes a huge impact. I share a lot of high fiber, balanced meals here on this channel. So make sure you take a look at that. But in a nutshell, there are some sources of fiber that I generally turn to that are very easy. I love raspberries. Berries in general have a good amount of fiber. Raspberries, I think of all the berries, have the highest fiber content. Of course, apples, you're going to get insoluble and soluble fiber from an apple. If you pair an apple with like almond butter, you're going to get such a powerful combo of protein, fats, fiber, carbs. It's very well balanced, satiating. It's going to give you energy. Great snack. If you're mindful of making these types of pairings, you're gonna feel a whole lot different. Your weight loss journey is gonna feel a whole lot more manageable. Your menopause symptoms are gonna feel a whole lot more manageable. Some of my other go-tos are chia seeds, flax seeds. You can add them to your oatmeal. You can add them to yogurt. I make a raspberry sauce here on my YouTube channel that I use quite frequently. If you're not new here, you know. I eat it almost every single day. It has very low calories and like 10 grams of fiber. And I use it to put on my oatmeal. I use it to put on protein ice cream or yogurt. It is excellent. Of course, you can also incorporate supplements. So this is a supplement by 1UP Nutrition that's excellent, easy to take. I basically will just throw it in water and drink it really fast because remember, it's going to turn that gelatinous substance very quickly. So you do have to take it quickly. You can also add this to a meal like oatmeal. So oatmeal is already thick. So this will just kind of help thicken it and it'll be easy to eat. You can also do like fiber gummies. This is going to help you reach that fiber goal. And then something like a psyllium husk powder is good as well. I also want to point out that there's a lot of like candies and treats and things on the market that have a lot of fiber. What you have to worry about with something like this and just be cautious of is there's a lot of fiber. So if you find yourself eating, these are great, by the way, I love them. They're the Joyride candies. But there's 3.5 servings in this. If you go to the movies and you consume this entire bag, you're going to consume like 40 grams of fiber in one shot. That is probably going to either have you running to the bathroom or not. It just depends. Probably a combination of both. So definitely something you want to keep in mind. Remember, you don't want to overcorrect. Some other ways to get in fiber though, you know, like Hero tortillas. I love the brand Hero Bread and they have lots of products that are very high in fiber. You can also, you know, go heavy on the veggies, greens, dark leafy greens have so many benefits. They'll bulk up your meal. It'll feel like it's a larger meal and you're going to get all the micronutrients plus fiber. So like kale, arugula, those are some of my favorites. Play around with it. See what works best for you. Start slow. So what I recommend is trying to figure out about how much fiber you're currently taking in and incrementally increase that by about 5 grams at a time so that you don't have a digestive response that makes you feeling like you can't tolerate fiber at all. You got to give your system some time to get used to it. One very, very important thing that I want to end this video with is fiber has to be consumed with an adequate amount of water, especially insoluble fiber. Insoluble fiber is actually going to pull water into your stool. So you need to be drinking an adequate amount of water. If you increase your fiber and you are not getting in enough water, that will result in constipation. So you have to be very careful because overdoing the fiber and not getting enough water can have like the reverse effects. So something to keep in mind. You can also be very strategic with when you take a supplement like this, because if you did like some psyllium husk 30 minutes before you're about to eat or 30 minutes before you tend to get really hungry or snacky, this is going to help control your appetite. So that's just another little tip. But make sure you're getting in 80 to 100 ounces of water a day, 25 to 35 grams of fiber, consuming balanced meals, but make sure you still love what you're eating. Okay, we don't eat things we don't love around here. So eat what you love, incorporate some fiber, and let me know what you think. Let me know if it made a difference for you. I hope you guys find this video helpful. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, comment below and let me know, and make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.